I'm Olujon as Deborah.
I'm Samuel, CEO of Samuel Graphics Concept.
Nanaba face Jennifer.
I am Mr. J, a content creator.
All right, so we are in a country where we have increments in everything, whereas prices of other things go up, and the cost of living in the country is so high. So therefore, we're talking about who is to be blamed. Is it the government or the people?
I think the government, in other way to the people, because the increasing of fare is something else. You can order for this plastic cup. You call the driver will tell you he's taking 30 cedis for what delivery fee. We know that the economy is very hard, but at least they should when they are working with that, it's very bad. Although the government have increased fuel, we understand that, but they should know say sometimes I saw dresses, I saw bags. Someone will buy a bag for 100 cedis. The person is in Kumasi, Takrade. You send the bag to the station for them to give out their price. They'll be like they are taking 70 cedis. All in the name, they'll be like, what of Sadeno Koyera? It doesn't make sense. So for us, always a thing will go. It's either there is an accident on the way. Dear, no, like the person won't get it. You understand? But how can you buy something for 70 cedis online? Your delivery fee will be 40 cedis.
You know, I can also agree because in the university here, okay, a friend of mine sent me, she's great. She sent me to go and get a particular type of thing. And then I went in the morning around 9:30 p.m. And the price was around 85 cedis. In the afternoon, we went again. The same place said it's 102 cedis. And I was like, I just came here this morning, I'm buying this thing, and you're telling me it's 102 cedis. And she's telling me that they just went for new product.
So why don't you like use the old price to sell for? So when it gets in, then you go in for the new one. So I think the people are actually they are not just serious.
Yes, I can.
The government because things are hard. Okay, things are very hard. The government will be like, okay, you increase the tax.
Sometimes it's the people, right? Look at this, because let's say the government, the government is not always in the shop with you. Sometimes it is the people, right? You know that the price of this is 50 cedis. You went to buy it in the morning at 50 cedis, and you sent a friend to get the same thing for you from the same shop, and you go there and it's now 70 cedis. So at that point in time, I think it's the people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Sometimes the hardship comes from the people, not the government. I don't know.
The reason why I'm saying that is the people. I think my mom went to the shop too. She bought, I think, fried thought. She gave me the price. Later, I think in the afternoon, she was like, "Oh, I think she's having some coins. They've sent her some coins, so she's going to buy some of the oil." When she went, they've increased the prices, and you see, she bear witness that the oil in that shop was plenty. So are you going to tell me? No, wait. Are you going to tell me that within that short 30 minutes, 50 people came to they bought everything from the shop, so the things are new goods, so you have to increase the price. I know the government is trying to do something that it's not helping us, but we the citizens should just like we should do something to help each other.
Yeah, and I think it's they have this perception that maybe when they sell it at a lower price and when they go in for new goods, like the amount to go, it will increase. Right. So I think it's the people, and I think they have to do something like what Rollins does. You see, like we'll give you a fixed price. You have to set this as maybe 5 cedis, and you all have to sell it at that price.
Right. Let me get back to what Jay said. Right.
What she's saying. During Rollins time, Rollins give a fixed amount of goods.
Okay.
That you're supposed to sell this for 5 cedis.
Okay.
So why can't our government do this?
Jay, now let me take your mind to this. At a point in time, they will say the cost of transportation is increasing. Let me send your mind to that. Now, it is not the work of the government to make sure that if from here to Winneba Junction is 6 cedis, it's 6 cedis.
No.
Sometimes you pick it at 6 cedis, the next minute they'll tell you 7. The next minute they'll tell you 7 cedi 50 pesos. Do you get that? So I mean, it's the people. Look at that.
Do you know something? I think
They're all blaming the people. I also
Let's
think
talk about the government.
but let's talk about the government.
you okay. I understand. See,
The people we heard enough about the
the government. The government is not doing what I know. The government is not trying at all for we the citizen, but at least
Jennifer, what you are saying right now, the regime of Rollins is different from what we are having right now. Now, the stakeholders that are in power, they are just corrupt. You get it? We have misguided people in positions such that you see, once it's a position, let's say I come in power, and let's say Debbie is my family member, I definitely would put Debbie on. Do you get it? So like that's corruption. It's still in is the thread.
It's from the authority. Okay, I don't want to mention the university's name.
Right.
But they've taken an amount of money. They read their bank statement or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
That they've taken 1 billion for 2 shuttles. Bro,
You see, so now the government is not there.
No,
It's
now,
the people at that
it's
point
the
in
people.
time.
now these same people will end up becoming great men and women. I like.
No, you not lie. So now the corruption starts from the people. It's from the people to the government.
you see because of what is happening in the system, there is I don't want to mention the name of the school. There is, I think, a student who took a huge money from a department and like Ghanaian. Why? Because he knew said those who are in charge are corrupted. So he took an amount of, I don't want to mention the figure, he took an amount of money and he took it away to his level 300, and now he's in UK. Why? When someone asks why, because he was saying, say there are certain things he wanted the school to do for we the students, but they are not what they don't want to do it. So the best thing is, he told a friend, they decided to take an action on it. And till now, I thought they are going to arrest the boy. They haven't arrested. You see where the thing is coming from.
Yes.
So which means the government itself is corrupted. So it has what? It has affected all of us.
Okay, see, I don't want to mention the celebrity's name. He knocked a small boy down. Okay, you really know this. The child is dead. Where is he now? We are talking about the price of goods and services. We are not talking about other stuff.
Jay, let's look at this right now. You see, for me right now, I'm not certain on anybody. I think the people and the government should be blamed. Now let's look at this. Someone wants to become a president of the country or the state before he could help in a way. Now let's look at this example. Let's say he has all the money. I don't want to mention them. You know people who has money in this country, and they can have youth together that there could be a development project somewhere that could be a role being played by the government, but they don't want to do it. Why? Because they are not in power. Do you get what I'm saying? So now the people.
Let's take this. I'll mention their names. I think this bus stop boys. I don't know.
Yes.
The guys who you see the way they are doing. You see how they those cleaning inside the gutters, like you see what they are doing. So the government has to what chip in and help them, but he's not doing it. They are sitting on the money, and the youth is suffering.
You see, now if there are jobs, I heard, I don't know how true it is. I heard that before they bring out a statement that you want about 3,000 people to work for a company. The people in the company have like number of people that's supposed to work. So maybe they come to me, you have 5 people, yes. You have 8 people, yeah. You have 6 people, yeah. And then when we get our people, then they now issue the statement that now we have people who can also work. Now it's from the authorities.
Jay, let me come in from there. The bus stop boys that we set as an example, right? You know what we are looking at from now is they should be able to create some cleanliness awareness at a point in time to come. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, but right now, if these boys should create that awareness or create a private sector for this awareness, the government will be against them. Now, it's in the news. We've heard a lot of private sectors being taken by the government and all that. Now, there is no job in the country, so people are trying to create private sector jobs for the youth to join and then what? Earn a living. But at the end of the day, we'll just be there and it comes up in the news that the government has closed down this sector, the government has taken over this sector and all that. So how about that? That is what I'm saying, that the government is just like, we are having this miscalculated people in power that, you see, they are pushing everything just one way. If it is, let's say my name is Samuel, okay, and then let's say my family members, that's our saying, let's say Samuels, everybody from my side should have, you know that this person is not ready for the job, he can't do it, but because he or she is a family member, you want to put the person on.
Let's take this for example. See, let's take this for example. You see, let's take this post internship.
Right.
You see this post internship.
Right.
Some of us, we don't want to be in a classroom.
Okay.
Some too, they want to work at where they are at a big place. Let's assume if you have to know, even with the special posting that we are supposed to do, you have to know someone in the
office.
Yeah.
before they'll even take you. If you can. I have a friend. The guy paid 700 cedis, and now he has to go to the office to find someone to link him, because with the 700 cedis he has paid for special posting. My brother, if he doesn't know, see, they won't, because I asked a guy, and the guy told me, say he's working at the airport, but before they'll even pick you unless he talks with the authorities, and they said they've given them I think a list. Maybe you, chairman, you are supposed to bring 5, you are supposed to bring 3. You get a thing. With these 3 that he's bringing, let's assume all his niece are in the university. One is at UCC, one is at Legon, one is in UWP. All these universities, would you see, they are not going to pick someone from a different place that the person is not their family member, and let's assume even the person is onim shiwabon, but the person is what has to suffer
To get what?
to get what the person can do. And even
initially I thought like having a certificate is
so now I see education is not, yeah, education, I see, sir, it's better we work without going to school. Why am I saying
Right.
this? Even Winneba here,
Right.
this nursing school, I have a friend. She tested me that, oh Debbie, please, I want you to find a job for me. I was like, why? You are chopping the government money and still you want to. She told me, say, they've not even given them a place to work. They are now selecting 2020. She just completed this year. So wait. So she has to wait till so Omobefa 2024 no. Before you do so. I was saying she's working at a bar with a second class power.
A student.
A student. So what are you trying to tell me? So that doesn't matter. And
my dad will say, but I never liked, I'm impressed.
Right.
And now this situation you are in right now has made me know that school is an extra waste of time.
Jay, let me tell you something. Initially, when I was coming to school, I was like, my dad was like, do you want to come to the uni or you want to like learn a trade? And I was like, I want to have an office where I can do photocopy and all that, because the rate at which my friends are making money from that, and we those who are in school, let me tell you, sometimes I even call my friends who are in the house who are not in school to help me up with money. Why? Because I'm in school learning, and every penny I have is going into the education.
And because there are no, sorry to cut you short,
Yeah.
because there are no jobs, I didn't invest into money. I've realized that more of the youth are entering into hooligan activities like abroad, armed robberies. That is why all these things are.
so
Jay, I'm not advising this fraudulent thing that you're talking about. But if that is a source of income for somebody, I mean, the person is proud of it. Do you get my point? The person, yes, the hardship is causing it.
I think it got to a time a guy tested me that, oh Debbie, for now that I'm in a village. I didn't believe him. I was like, why are you in a village holding a first class his first class degree? And he said, oh Debbie, I'm in the village. I was like, what are you doing in the village? I don't call ma. He was like, Debbie, it's a long story. He went, I don't want to mention the sector where he went to, that he wants a place to work. The manager over there said, a lady said, this one on the chimpina, the sugar daddy, and sugar mommy, those kind of things. And he said he got to a time that he wanted to do it, but who said, Lady Nankasa, the guy the man she's dating, and I said, no, and then the packet to her, so or this mistake, they can arrest him or something must happen to him. And he ended up he's frauding. He's into fraud. You see, and now they said he has cashed out an amount of money. Now police they are tracking to catch him. I asked myself, say, police more china there. government no.
Even the police, they are corrupt too.
I was asking myself, say more penalty na yede. Scanner phone account ni mo so. More investigation na yede. Musika. Why did the government haven't given the boy a job? So why are you tracking him to catch him? I don't understand.
I just pray the government see this.
Let me come.
I pray you see this. Mama,
I don't get it.
Chad, I pray you see this. Like
People are holding degree.
Right.
So
What
kind of solution? I don't get
Right. So with all this conversation, we hope the government comes to see this. We hope the stakeholders out there comes to see this conversation. And I mean the ways at which we are going to put things in order to bring Ghana to the Ghana we've always wanted. I mean that is what we are looking up to. So at the end of the day, we just want your discussion. The discussion has been like, is it the government or the people? The argument has been the people. The argument has been against the people, and for the people it has been for the government and against the government. So you watching us out there, just put your consent in the comment section and tag us anywhere and anyhow. Thank you.
Yes, more greatness.
Why you
Yeah.
channel?